That's a fascinating way. You once said that you completely agree with Peter Thiel on the thesis that technology progress is not inevitable. It's the product of human creativity, which a lot of people would be surprised at. And you said if creativity didn't come as a surprise, we wouldn't need it, and socialism would work. Is this missed sometimes by people out there?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think it is. Today, a lot of people in Washington actually imagine that we can't compete with the Chinese economy because the Chinese subsidize a lot of their companies, or the Chinese have top-down rules, and that Communist Party regulations that actually render them more potent competitors. The fact is that that's the big vulnerability of China. To the extent that the Communist Party really does interfere ever more deeply in their economy, the future of their enterprise is hurt. And today the biggest threat is the Communist Party is actually reaching down and forcing companies to fire their owner CEOs if they get uppity, if they seem to emerge as too important figures, like Jack Ma, who the founder chief of Alibaba, one of the great companies in world history is Alibaba, which made a tremendous contribution to Chinese growth. And Jack Ma is still a pretty young man, and he now works for some UN agency because allegedly because communist apparatchiks forced Alibaba's board to kick him out. And that's a really alarming development. And there's several other leading business figures who've been forced out of their companies by political interference. And I think it's a real danger to China.
Right. So you need that creativity and the capitalism.
Yeah.
The capitalism has to be there because you must be rewarded with monetary gain for great ideas.
Yeah.
So it can't be in a free system of Google. That will retard it, and the socialism will retard it, and the communism does because, like you said, those outliers, they get quieted.
Yeah.
So they won't get the innovation they really need.
Yeah, I think that's right. I also think that it's important, crucial to my understanding of capitalism, is that capitalism is not primarily an incentive system. It's not a scheme of carrots and sticks, rewards and punishments, by which good behavior or profitable behavior is rewarded and mistakes are punished. That whole model is a sort of mechanistic model of the economy. And I believe that capitalism is chiefly not an incentive system, but an information system. And that wealth is chiefly knowledge. And you can see this if you realize that the Neanderthal in his cave, as Thomas Sowell wrote decades ago, has all the resources, all the material resources that we have today. The difference between our age and the Stone Age is not more resources, it's more knowledge. And that's what wealth really is. And growth is learning. And it's growth is the increase in knowledge. And the rules of learning are really defined by the scientific method. Ventures, business ventures, every business venture is the entrepreneurial test of an idea. And unless it can fail, it can't, unless it's falsifiable in terms of the scientific method, it can't succeed either. That's one of the problems with the Google strategy of depending entirely on these third parties who buy advertising. It's It's, it's you have to be able to fail. When government tries to guarantee economic growth, it prohibits it because you can't guarantee an imaginative process of surprising creativity.